In December 2011, Sony released in Japan this PlayStation Vita. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. Anyway, let's discover it here. And in February 2012, worldwide. So this is it. This is PlayStation Vita or PS Vita, how you know it. And let's discover if in 2022 the console, is it worth it or not? Should you buy it or not? What you can do with something like this, and also let's discover which model it's the best. This one, the first one, model 1003, or the next series, model 2000. By the way, this is an OLED touchscreen. The next generation had an LCD, and maybe you already have the answer to that previous question. So this model 1003, you may know this by the name Phat PlayStation Vita. Well, there is another model, the Slim, the model, the generation 2000, released in 2013-2014, and it's different, but it doesn't compare with this one. This one it's better because it has an OLED display, and you have also an illuminated button here. You have a more premium design and feeling than that 2000 model, and even if that it's slimmer, I wouldn't get that, but I would go with Phat PlayStation Vita model 1000 because it's better. It's better regarding this display. It's an OLED, and it has a Qhd resolution. It's even bigger than Nintendo Switch. The resolution, it's big. It's even bigger than the one on Nintendo Switch nowadays. This has 960. You know, it's an QHD, almost HD, 1080p. You know. Anyway, this is the console, and in 2022 now, should you get it or not? Well, the console has a lot to offer. It looks fantastic. In my opinion, maybe this is the best console ever. It has so many games and beautiful games, and they are amazing even now. Many of them you will find available on Nintendo Switch. And why this console it's so impressive now? Well, you have this 5-inch OLED display. As you see, it's a touch screen, and a big surprise on the back, you have this touch panel, 5-inch multi-touch input here to use in games. Basically, you can do taps here, you can do swipes like this, or zoom, or various elements. For example, in games where you have to scratch something, you can do it here on the back, like this. And this is impressive for 2011. You know, what can I say? It's a marvelous device. As you see, 5 inches OLED display. You have 2 joysticks, classical buttons here. You have a camera here, and the camera on the back, they have 0.3 megapixels. The start and select buttons, stereo speakers here, and on-off button, volume buttons, accessory possibility to connect accessories here, and here you put the game, and a micro SD card here, a proprietary micro SD card. So this is it. This is how it looks, and in my opinion, in 2022, this console, it's still amazing, and it has so many advantages compared even with Nintendo Switch. I know it's strange to say that, but On Nintendo Switch, you get another experience. Here, a totally different experience. And what I want to say, I don't know, it has something magic, and it feels like these joysticks are better. You know, they are working even now after all this time. And look at this beautiful OLED display. And what I appreciate this menu here, you know, we don't get it, we don't have it on a Nintendo Switch, not even now in 2022, but this console was capable to do that. And let's start this. For example, you can use with this console games like this. They look like the games on Nintendo Switch, but they don't make that noise, you know. Let me show you immediately. Let me get a game from here. Look, I don't know what's moving inside of this, but the Sony card doesn't have this problem. Anyway, and the previous generation, by the way, used something like this: UMD, universal media disc. You can put them here like this, and you can play. It's impressive. You know, Sony had one of the most impressive consoles ever. I don't know what happened with PlayStation Vita and why they discontinued this project in 2019, but it's such a shame, you know. Continue here, because this console has potential even now in 2022, after more than 10 years, something like this. It feels fresh and it feels excellent. And look at this game, for example, how nice it is. And definitely you feel the advantage of this OLED display. You feel the advantage of the OLED display on Nintendo Switch compared with Nintendo Switch version 2, the LCD model, and you will feel it here. So very careful when you get something like this. Get the Phat model 1000, because only this one has the OLED display. The model 2000 doesn't have an OLED display. I don't know why they decided to do that. Probably to give you 1 hour extra for gameplay regarding the battery life, something like this. And they decided to go with an LCD over there. But here you have this amazing 5-inch OLED screen. Look how bright it is and what colors. And as I said previously, it has a Qhd resolution. That means 980 or 960, something like this. Anyway, almost an HD quality 1080. This is impressive for 2011, and it's impressive even now when that Switch doesn't have this resolution. It's strange, you know. What can I say related to the console? You will have a great experience with it. You can use this touchpad here on the back, as I said, with multi-touch input. It's easy to use this console, and it has a lot to offer, many good quality games. And for me, what can I say, this is priceless. And as I said, this model 1000, it's way better than the next generation, or the next upgrade in this line, the model 2000. I repeat this information: this model, Phat model 1000, has OLED display and better building. It will feel better here, not like a cheap plastic like the slim model that 2000 model feels here around. You don't have on that model anymore this light here for the button. Anyway, you won't get, for example, this details. Look how premium it feels and looks. Here you get this aluminum or stainless steel, I don't know what this is, around the joystick. Let me put the camera. You have this nice ring, shining ring, metallic ring here. On the slim model you don't get that anymore. You don't get this design anymore. It's totally different, and in my opinion it was a huge downgrade compared with this one. So very careful what you get. All the games work perfectly here. I don't know what they did at that moment, but the games are impressive, and compared even now with Nintendo Switch, the games are way better. It's strange and hard to say this, I know, for a console from 2011. You know, I'm a huge fan for Nintendo Switch, especially Nintendo Switch OLED, and it breaks my heart to say that PlayStation Vita in 2011 2012 had more advantages than Nintendo Switch. I know Nintendo Switch has its advantages. It has a bigger screen. It has more games and maybe others, but this console in 2011 was way better and built in a more premium way than the console that we have in present. And for me, this console, even now in 2022, it's a marvelous console, and it has so much to offer even now. And even if you have a Nintendo Switch, so if you can get one, go for it. And if you can get this OLED model, it's it's an impressive device if you can get it. Look what graphic this console offers. And for example, now at this moment we have to search a code here. We need, maybe this is it. Look how smooth it is and how beautiful it looks. So anyway, it's an impressive device. By the way, here is the charging port, and here you can use headphones. I forgot to tell you that. So in 2022, if you can get something like this, well, it's pure gold in my opinion. A lot of good games, quality games, and this device, I believe, even after 10 years from now, it will be the same. It will have the same impact on you. Such a marvelous device. So this is it from my perspective. Definitely an impressive device in 2022. And look how smooth it is. This is it. Thanks for watching. If you have this device, please share with us your experience, write a comment, and tell us what you think about this device. Thanks for watching.